SodaStream makes water exciting. A quick push and in seconds plain boring water is sparkling. So make the most out of staying at home. Checkmate.
Hello. Hello. Okay, guys, let's talk about this Amazon Flex. I have other topics to discuss, but let's talk the Flex first. This is a very good service in the market for the Amazon customers, and definitely this service is helping the Amazon to maintain the market dominance. And previously, these services were the delivery services were provided by the FedEx, UPS, and other service providers. But Amazon, knowing that they've got the dominance, they have insourced the delivery services, and now they have set up the flex stations across Ontario to deliver the packages from their own platform. And definitely, business-wise, they make a lot of good money out of that. Even if, for example, if they sell the product at cost, they can make the money on delivery. Because previously they were paying upward of $20 to FedEx for each package, but now they're paying close to $2 for each package. So definitely that's a lot of business sense for the Amazon. Anyhow, so let's just quickly jump the way I recommend you should do the Amazon Flex. So once you're registered, you need to be a good professional in order to deliver the Amazon services, because the Amazon is measuring your time usage. So using the GPS, they locate you where you are, how much time you took for each package delivery. So your best bet is this, that once you take the package, then you do an immediate start and do an exclusive services for the Amazon. You cannot share that exclusivity with another vendor. If you do that, they are monitoring, Amazon is monitoring you via the GPS services, your various stops. So for example, you started with one stop at 210 Victoria, and the next stop is, for example, 80 Dundas East. But instead of going to 80 Dundas East after 210 Victoria, you have another vendor and you plan to make a stop at, for example, Tublo. So they will, once you make a stop at Tublo, your GPS locator on the Amazon server will put a marking and a marker at Tublo that you went there. And there are automated monitoring mechanisms, and once these deviations accumulate, then there's a possibility that Amazon can deactivate your account. So Amazon delivery is an exclusive distribution, and it needs to happen within the time frame defined by the Amazon. So once you went to the station, then what you do is this, that you enter at a 5 kilometer per hour speed into the station and just follow the cues and signs which are there, and the cues which are provided by the flagger, and first you have to go and do your identification check. Once that is done, They will give you the mask and water, and they will tell you which lane to queue in. Go into that lane and queue in with whatever place they give you. Once you've queued in and place yourself at the place marker provided by the Amazon staff, then you just wear your jacket, come out, and tell them how many hours your block is, and you take that block and try to see if you can get a lighter block, because sometimes the blocks are very heavily overloaded with 1+ hours of extra free time. There is something a dispatching issue, because Amazon has a monopolistic power. So from the DOJ perspective and regulation perspective, what Amazon should do is to ensure that the dispatchers are not abusing the Amazon's monopolistic power. Because if definitely if Amazon keeps continuing to use their monopolistic power, then DOJ will have to interfere finally, and that case have to be made separately. But from the business perspective, the prudent business practice is this: that Amazon put up a framework, a working framework for each dispatcher to ensure that not more than 30 minutes time overrun for a driver which is working at a sustainable rate. So that is what the Amazon management team should do. They're not doing it. Definitely, they are neglecting their responsibilities. So once you are in, once you queued in, you turn the flashes on, open the trunk, and the Amazon team will bring you the cart wheeler, and then you scan your route. After scanning your route, you will know how many packages you are supposed to pick. Now you start working on the package. Make sure that each package, even the packaging, should not be torn or damaged. If the packaging is torn or damaged, you return the package to the Amazon team, saying the customers will not take it. In case of the torn or damaged packaging, the problem is this: that sometimes the products, some of the parts of the products have been lost. So you don't want to take the blame of the lost product. So the best bet, the best way this should work is this: that all the instances where the packaging is damaged, they should go back to the warehouse for checking if the product is still intact, and then replace the packaging. And if it is the package has been sent by a vendor, then the package should go back to the vendor to check and verify if all the product components are inside the package. So that's very important to remember, because if you accept that package, then the blame is on you. So you don't want to take the blame on you and then be in deep trouble and your ratings going down. So it's saying that there's no boss is not a correct statement. There is a boss, and the boss is called customer. So the customer ratings are key, and you need to ensure that you provide the good, high quality service to the customer. So one tip I have already given you, that you make sure the packaging is damage free and the product is there. In case of damage, return. Next thing is this, that you make sure that as soon as you reach to the station, within 5 minutes, if your shift started 2:30, then by 2:35 max, you have all of your packages ready. If not, then what you should do, or if there's a lineup at the back and you're losing time, then once your time overrun is more than 15 minutes. So for example, you got your cart around 2:20. Then what you should do is this: you take the number of packages. For example, number of packages is 48, and divide it by the number of your shift hours. For example, 4. So if you do that division, you got 12. And then what you do is this: you divide 12 by 3, so it comes to 4. So what you should do is return the 4 packages. Tell the Amazon team that you cannot deliver them on time because the cart has been handed to you was late. As well as also mentioned that you were waiting in the queue for 15 minutes or more. So if, for example, you're 1 hour late, then that will not happen for sure. But just for the sake of example, if you're 1 hour late, 48 packages total, 4 hour shift, then you return 12 packages. Similarly, when the winter comes in case of the Canadian environment, then if they give you a regular load and it's like a snowy day, then you return it upfront half of the packages. You say you're not going to take it because it's snowy or icy and it's going to take more time to drive. It's going to take more time to do the legwork. So because of all those two factors, you're going to take them and deliver them in time because there's going to be time overruns. Similarly, if there is going to be traffic delays, extraordinary traffic delays, for example, Christmas time coming, or any other major event is coming, as a result of which there is a huge traffic on the roadways, then you also do that discounting. Because the dispatcher does not factor the road congestions, the festivities, the snow days, the ice days, and the lost time in the queue. So you need to factor it, otherwise you will end up putting up extra hours which are not paid by Amazon. So you need to be careful on the timing side. Once you are done with your timing and you start to scan your packages, then just keep your boxes separate and your envelopes separate, and they also have like poly bags separate and parcels separate. That will help you later when you are doing a distribution. And once you start doing a distribution, each stop, the app is going to tell you whether it is a box, medium size, small size, large, or it's a poly bag, or it's an envelope, or it's a parcel. The parcel are those packages which are packaged in non-Amazon packaging or in the manufacturer packaging. So those are called parcels. The poly bag is a gray color plastic bag. And the envelopes are usually the ones which has Amazon logo on it, and the regular boxes, medium size and large, are the ones which has the Amazon logos on it. Okay, so once you're done with that, if it is like 30, under 30 packages, then you don't need to sort more because sorting is just going to waste more of your time. If you have like 4 groups of poly boxes and envelopes and parcels, then you are all set, and you go ahead and don't waste your time in sorting. And then once your scanning is finished, then go through, then you just like drive out at 5 km/h speed from the station. And then outside, then you go through all of your stops. Sometimes what happens is this, that a street name like Victoria Park. So Victoria Park is basically a 2-word. But sometimes in the app, the customer sometimes adds Victoria Park as 1 word or sometimes as 2. So if there's one address on the Victoria Park 1250 and Victoria Park is 1 word, but for package 1 and for package 2 it's 2 words, then the app is going to show them as 2 different items. So you need to be cognizant of that, because once you reach to 1250, then you take out both the 1250 packages and deliver all of the 1250 packages in that same stop. That will help you in doing your route management and time management. So that is one thing to look after. Once you started your distribution, then this is your responsibility to reach to the first stop and use the app GPS to do the route planning, and that is pretty handy and pretty useful. So you just press the button, start travel, and start following the directions, and then reach there to the place. When you reach there to the place, figure out what are the instructions. In case of the house, if there are instructions to hand over, then make sure that you hand over. If the handover is not possible, just return the package saying no safe place to leave. But prior to you do that, also text the customer saying where's the safe place. And if the customer doesn't respond on the text messaging, then you call him and set up a place where the customer wanted the package to be deposited. And if you have got that safe place, then put the package into the safe place, take a snap, it will go to that customer and mark the item as delivered. In case there is no instructions for the hand delivery, then what you do is this: you figure out where is a safe place where the thieves, the poach pirates are not going to come and stole the package or steal the package. Sorry, grammatically correct is steal the package. So you determine that place, and after determining that place, what you do is just open the mailbox if there's a mailbox available, or if there is, or keep it at the front door and take a picture and then just run to the next stop. But if you think that the package could be lost even by the moving air, then you need to do the same exercise. Text the customer, asking where the safe place to leave the package. But prior to text, you can just like connect with the customer face to face, wearing the mask, of course, and then hand over the package to the customer. And if not, then text and call and figure out what the customer's wishes are. So you do those things to ensure that the delivery is actually happening and the package is safe. So package safety will reflect on you, so just watch out. And all those instances where you can conceive that package will be either lost or stolen, then in both these cases, you do not deliver the package, mark the package as undeliverable, and return the package to the depot. So that's my suggestion in these cases. And once you are done with the with your route, then you have got 24 hours to return the packages which are undeliverable to the customers. Sorry, to the depot. So that is the process I recommend. And watch out for your timing and make sure that you finish the drop-offs within the prescribed time frame. Finish all the packages as much as you can, and you cannot like take the packages back unless there's a reason that the customer didn't open the door or customer was not reachable, because if you do it a couple of times, they will deactivate your account. So that is the way Amazon is working. And now, if you have any questions for me, don't forget to mention your questions in the comment section, and I'll provide an update. So with that, let's move to this nice song, and then we'll end our discussion.
मेरे नाल दियां सब पार्लर सजदियां रहंदियां हाय हाईलाइट राते मेरे काले वाल वे किथों सजा तेरे लिए सारे सूट पुराणिया हाय पुराणिया मैनू लहंगा ले दे महंगा जा मर जानिया ये पैसे दस तू किथे लेके जानिया मैनू लहंगा ले दे महंगा जा मर जानिया इन्ने पैसे दस तू किथे लेके जानिया ये मर जानिया खाली कहना है मेरे नाल पैच वे बाहर किते तेनू जाना जे तेरा कोई ना कोई नवा बहाना रहिंदा है मूवी ले जा कोल मेरे बह जा दो दिल दिया तू भी कह जा मैं भी दिल दे हाल सुनाणिया मैनू लहंगा ले लहंगा जा मर जानिया इन्ने पैसे दस तू किथे लेके जानिया मैनू लहंगा
looking towards some kind of quick fix like a vaccine, but perhaps looking at some of these treatments instead?
Well, that's going to be a huge risk for the second half of the year, and I think it's something that, in terms of the U.S. election, I think it's something that our investors